Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's session on how to drive smart sales with analytics and machine learning techniques applied to your sales data, something that we could call the predictive pipeline. So thanks to you all for joining today. My name is Julien Sauvage. I'm obviously French. Sorry for the accent. Director of Product Marketing for SalesForce for the Analytics Cloud. And for those of you who were at Dreamforce who kind of followed the Dreamforce announcements last year in September 2015, we launched our first analytical app called Saleswave. And following that, leading companies, leading innovators like SalesChoice actually joined our Analytics Cloud ecosystem to really extend the use cases and bring their own technology to the mix. In this case, we're talking about predictive technology to the mix. But what does that mean exactly for you, especially if you're a sales leader or a sales representative? And I know there's quite a few folks here today on the line who fall into these categories. Why does it matter? These are some of the topics that we will discuss today. So with that, let me introduce today's speakers. Very honored to be joined by two brilliant people. One is Cindy, who's the CEO and founder of SalesChoice, a predictive analytics company. And also, we're being joined today by Dinesh from Academian Technology, a customer of SalesForce and SalesChoice. Thank you guys for joining today. We're really delighted to have you with us. All right, so we're going to be talking about a few things, and I'll just start myself before handing it over to Cindy, who will, in kind of the chapter 2 of this presentation, introduce you to the great predictive technology, and then Cindy will hand it over to her customer, Dinesh, who will then tell you his own story. And we do believe that seeing the product in action is always the best, better and beyond any pitch. So we'll then show you a live demo and the product in action with the kind of the SalesChoice integration into Salesforce's Saleswave. At the end, we'll open up for Q&A. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to answer your questions. All right, this is just one last slide before we can deep dive into the content. Would like to review some ways you can engage with us during the broadcast, so kind of the logistical aspects of it, if you will. The first is the Ask a Question button in the upper left corner of your screen. If there's anything you'd like to ask today's presenters, please click that button and then you can just type your question. As I said, we've left a lot of time to answer the audience questions at the end. We'll get to as many as we can. Now, as we want to make sure our webinars are kind of always offering you the most valuable content, please take a moment after the presentation to just tell us how you think we did, and just rate us. You can do that using the Rate This button, which you'll see to the right of the Questions button. We've also added some attachments for you, which are available through the Attachments tab at the top of your screen. You can find today's deck, for example. And finally, this webinar will be available on demand immediately after we're done on the Salesforce Canada, the Salesforce US, and the BrightTalk website. So we surely invite you to share it with your team or anyone else that you think will find useful. All right, so with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get started with one of the wordiest Salesforce slides ever. It wouldn't be a Salesforce presentation without our forward-looking statement. So please make sure that all your purchasing decisions are based on what's currently available in the technology today. We are a publicly traded company. Okay, Salesforce. We have about 6 slides to kind of talk about Salesforce and about the offering and what that brings to you if you're a sales rep or a sales leader. I think if beyond all the metrics that you see on this slide, if there's one thing to remember, it's the fact that really our customers have now responded to our cloud computing offerings with a lot of enthusiasm. Their success has been our success and has propelled us to be the number one, by far, the number one in enterprise cloud computing and also the number one in CRM. All of that is according to IDC. And while we're really excited about the business momentum, I think our ongoing focus is really grounded on a firm commitment to innovation. Without innovation, and as we talk, there's a lot of innovation discussions right now at Salesforce. Without innovation, there's no way you can stay on top of the game. And this is why, in addition to being pleased with industry analyst recognition from IDC, Gartner, Forrester, we're also really excited to be cited by Forbes magazine as one of the world's most innovative companies for 5 years in a row now. So innovation brings good products, and good products make you more successful. It's as simple as that. As you know, the Sales Cloud by Salesforce is the world's #1 sales application today. Simple as that. It provides you with all the core sales capabilities that you and your organization need to address day-to-day selling requirements. And really because today's sales team are constantly on the go, they can drive more deals wherever they are with the Salesforce One mobile application. So the mobile component is key, it's crucial. And in my demo at the end of this presentation, excuse me, I will actually show you our analytical app on mobile. So really, like 3 things that you got to remember when it comes to Sales Cloud. It allows you to sell faster, to sell smarter, and to sell the way you want. Faster because we have built-in collaboration and marketing automation right into the app. Smarter because we've put breakthrough intelligence into the application. And you can sell from anywhere because of this kind of whole new suite of productivity apps like Today, Notes, and Files. So with all of that in mind, the top questions that sales leaders and Sales Cloud customers have in mind. In order to take action, they need insight into their business. It's not just about Salesforce automation. It's not just about being more productive. It's about being smarter and being more intelligent and more insightful. Questions that I'm sure you guys on the road keep asking to yourself and to your team every day. What is in my pipeline? What's changed in my pipeline? Which deals should I focus on, or should the team accelerate? Who are the top or bottom performers? Will I hit my quota? And if so, when? So if you really empower your employees with answers to these questions, then you can effectively drive sales performance, manage pipeline, and coach sales teams. And there's a gap today in the market. The main gap is that legacy analytics are just slowing you down. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could, answer these questions and gain visibility into your pipeline and coach your sales team instantly on the fly? Well, right now, it's not possible. It hasn't been possible so far because of these kind of 3 things. And that was very revealing to us. It comes from a survey and a piece of research by Peerless Insights, one of our industry firm partners. 52% of the people who are trying to use analytics today for sales cannot drill into data to analyze sales figures. So the response time is very slow, right? The outdated metrics is very important too. Like over 60% of people are concerned about inconsistent information across spreadsheets. So sales managers, typically you guys, struggle to get timely pipeline insight. Often you're looking at spreadsheets that are 2 weeks or maybe 1 month old, and everyone knows that even if we like Excel, the moment where we dump an Excel spreadsheet onto our desktop, it becomes out of date. Simple as that. It's not in sync, it's offline, and it's just broken. And the third thing is it's all fragmented. Most of the I would say BI legacy tools are very desktop oriented. They live in a separate system. Maybe they're not even cloud, they're on-prem, and they don't enable you to take an action right from the point of insight. So with all these pains in mind, what we did last year, again at Dreamforce, is we wanted to kind of revolutionize the market and answer that question. What if your team could spend less time searching for answers and just more time selling? And the solution that we launched is Saleswave. It's the best of Analytics Cloud and also Sales Cloud. We really bring both the transactional and CRM world and the BI and analytical world together within that pre-packaged app. And the app can be consumed both by sales managers That's the slide that you're looking at today, right now, and also by sales reps. And this will be my next and last slide. So really delivering actionable insights and analytics for sales customers. So let me spend 1 minute on this slide and maybe 1 more minute on the next slide, and then we'll hand it over to Cindy for the predictive piece. First and foremost, every sales manager and rep can access best practice templates and KPI. I mean, we own the CRM market, right? We're the number one leader in the space. We know what you guys want to see, don't want to see, the kind of experience you like, the kind of data you need, the kind of insights that you're looking for. And that's why we built this for you. So you don't need to build that yourself. It's already pre-built. And these dashboards, they actually come automatically populated with SalesForce data. So really you have instant access to the metrics that matter most for your business. The second piece is pipeline trending. Remember these times where you wanted to kind of know what was like moving in and out in your pipeline since last week or last month or last quarter, and you had to like extract a bunch of Excel spreadsheet and then do the deltas in another big massive spreadsheet with like ugly Excel formulas and all that. These times are done. This is no longer needed. So we have this wonderful chart embedded in the Saleswave app that really gives you instant kind of visibility into what's changed and what the movements were in your pipeline. What grew, what was pushed out, which deals should you accelerate and all that. And finally, all of that good stuff is natively integrated, as you might expect, with Salesforce, right? It delivers instant actionability. It does the native integration with Chatter. So you can go, and the demo will show that to you in a moment. We can really go from like a self-service data exploration and discovery, maybe with some predictive analytics and predictive outcomes on top of it. Go from there to taking action within Salesforce, and you don't have to jump across different systems or go back to your desk to kind of move business forward. So this is the best solution for sales managers. Now, I'm sure some of you might wonder also, hey, I'm a sales rep or I have a team of sales rep. How can I empower them? Saleswave also comes with a lot of good stuff for sales rep, for individual contributors. Know mostly 4 things: activity tracking, benchmarking, account white space analysis, and customer 360. So the first one is really the ability to track activities across every opportunity and account, so that you know what historical efforts have worked for every company or every customer type or segment. The second one, we've had a huge customer adoption for that one. People love this. It's just the benchmarking dashboard. You can benchmark your behavior against your top performing teammates. You can compare yourself against them and across your company, and so that you can know really how you stand against your peers and who to ask for advice or help. The third one is more of a cross-sell or upsell scenario, if you will, where you can include propensity to buy in a white space analysis and kind of know what deals and what opportunities need to be you should focus on and why. And the customer 360 is, as usual, you have all your customer data at your fingertip, and you're like pretty much ready to answer any kind of question. So with all of that, if we go even one step further, there's one thing that people keep talking about and that we natively don't have in Saleswave today, and this is why we rely on our ecosystem of partners, including SalesChoice, and that thing is predictive. It would be even better to have predictive outcomes natively integrated in Saleswave. Guess what? Now it's possible with the SalesChoice technology. So I'll now hand it over to Cindy, who will explain to you what their technology and their company are about.